Good morning, McAvinnue's School. Mr. Domina here, handling the McAvinue morning announcements. Today is Monday, January 27th, 2025. Thank you once again for joining me for the Monday edition of McAvinnue's morning announcements. I am trying something a little bit different today, and randomly on certain days of the week that we're doing morning announcements, I'm going to look to see if there's anything special about the day that we are on in history. So today is January 27th. And believe it or not, it is National Chocolate Cake Day, which is kind of exciting. So I did a little research and I tried to find out why today was National Chocolate Cake Day, and I couldn't find anything. I talked about the history of chocolate cake, and they talked about how chocolate cake was created, and there was a lot of detail around. It was like 150 years ago the first chocolate cake was made. However, I didn't find any information about why today was specifically National Chocolate Cake Day. So I can't give you any insight on that, but it is National Chocolate Cake Day. And it's really cool because a bunch of different places, restaurants like Cheesecake Factory and a few other things, if you end up going in there today, you get a free piece of chocolate cake, which is kind of cool. So randomly, I will start to look around to see if there's anything significant that I want to share out about some of the days of the week that we do morning announcements. So I thought today was appropriate. National Chocolate Cake Day. Delicious. Imagine if we just ate chocolate cake all day today. That would be delicious, but we would probably have a bellyache. All right, so we have lots to cover on the Monday edition. Hopefully you had a great weekend, but let's get to it. And you see that winter screen, you know what time it is. You know it's time to talk about McAvinnue's Winter Wonderful Behavior Challenge. Did we fill the big board is the question. Was the last time we did it on Friday enough to fill the big board? Well, I have the answer to that. Take a look at the big board. No squares are open, which means that we have completed the Winter Wonderful Challenge big board. And you might be wondering, when is the random drawing for the student that is going to be the big winner and the student that will join me for morning announcements? Pardon me. Well, that's going to happen on Wednesday, January 29th. So stay tuned for that Wednesday edition. We will do the random drawing live, so you find out who the student is, and then we will plan to do that, a special edition of morning announcements. Ooh, exciting. So that is Wednesday, January 29th on morning announcements. So if you're on the big board, good luck. We'll see what happens. All right, now it's time to start like we always do, coming together as one unified collective school, showing our ultimate sign of respect. You know it by reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. So let's stand up. Turn your voice off, put your right hand over your heart, make sure to face the flag that's in your classroom or learning space, and we will begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Nice job, everyone, showing your ultimate sign of respect. It is weather update time, and let's get right to it. Monday, January 27th, 37 degrees, so it's feeling like winter, but a little more mild in terms of the temperature compared to the last couple of weeks when it was super windy and super, super cold, all right? But it is still winter time. It is still jacket time. It is still hat time, so let's not get that mistaken, thinking that it's going to be an early spring. 37 degrees. Not warm enough to not wear your jacket or hat, so let's dress accordingly. Tuesday, January 28th, that is tomorrow, 34 degrees, so the temperature is dropping, and it is going to be mostly sunny, but if you notice the winds, it's picking up to about 15 to 25 miles an hour, higher wind gust possible, which is going to make that 34 degrees temperature feel a little bit colder, so definitely tomorrow, jacket, hats, and gloves. Let's dress accordingly. In the Wednesday edition, I'm not going to tell you too much about it, but we're going to get a little bit of snow predicted, about 1 to 3 inches. So we're going to have to see what happens overnight on Tuesday. But that is your weather update, so please plan accordingly. It is time to do McAvinnue's yoga pose of the week, and as promised last week, it is the eagle pose once again, because we only did it once last week on the Wednesday edition because we had no school on Monday due to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Take a look. Mr. Domina's Bitmoji is ready below, and this should be a refresher because this whole pose, the eagle pose, pardon me, allows us to work on remaining calm, right? And when we're calm and we work on our balance and have some nice coordinated movements, that means our body is responding as our brain is directing it to. We can do that through being focused, and when that happens, we can see things clearer and make more positive decisions. So let's get to it and let's practice. We are starting in the standing mountain pose, which is our feet hip width apart, hands down by our side. You pick a leg you want to stand on, right leg or left leg. I'm going with my right leg. Your opposite leg that you're not standing on now is wrapped around your other leg, and it's not touching the floor. It's right above the floor, maybe 3 inches or so. And from here, this is the tricky part. The positioning of your hands. Remember Mr. Domina showed you on Wednesday, cross your hands, just like this. Cross your hands and arms. Now turn your wrists so it's together and put them in the center of your chest. So try that again. Cross, turn your hands right in the center of your chest. All right, so that's the pose. So let's hold it. See if we can work on that balance and that coordination. Take a deep breath in and release it. Deep breath in and release it. All right, let's hold it for another second or two. All right, and from here, we want to make sure that our arms and hands are down by our side and our feet are hip width apart. All right, so that is the eagle pose. We'll have another chance to do it on Wednesday. So if you happen to struggle with this pose, then don't worry about it. We have another chance to formally do it on the Wednesday edition of Morning Announcements. And remember, on the intercom announcements, the speaker announcements on Tuesday, I will remind everyone about the eagle pose. So if you choose to do it as an individual student, be my guest. And if you want to do it as a class, work it out with your teacher. So nice job, everyone, working on that eagle pose, and hopefully it helped you. It is birthday time at McAvinue, and remember, on the Monday edition, we cover the Sunday birthdays, the Monday birthdays, and the Tuesday birthdays. So let's get to it. So Sunday, January 26th, that was yesterday. It was Shamaru's birthday in room 303, Sawyer's birthday in room 309, and Julia's birthday in room 102. Today, Monday, January 27th, it's Natalia's birthday in room 204. And tomorrow, Tuesday, January 28th, it's Harmony's birthday in room 212, the PM edition of Miss Annie's pre-K class. Jacobo's birthday is in room 201. Donaldson's birthday in room 101, and the one and only Mrs. Lewis. So now we are fully caught up with our birthday celebration. So let's get our hands ready to go so we can launch these birthdays in full McAvinue style. Here we go. All right. Stay tuned for that Wednesday edition. We'll simply cover the Wednesday and Thursday birthdays right in the middle of our week. So happy birthday, everyone that is on this list. If it was already your birthday, hopefully your day was amazing. And if it's your birthday coming up, hopefully your day will be amazing. All right. Stay tuned for that Wednesday edition. More birthdays coming your way. So McAvinnue's joke of the day, January joke, winter theme joke, check and check. So let's get to it. How did the snow globe feel after listening to a scary story? This is an interesting one. How did the snow globe feel after listening to a scary story? Does everybody know what a snow globe is? Snow globe is that little kind of like ornament that you might have, or a like knickknack that has a dome on it, has some water, and when you shake it up, usually it's like a little scene, like a winter scene, and when you shake it up, it looks like it's snowing inside the little glass jar or the glass ornament. I always say it's an ornament, but it's really kind of like something that you put on display. All right. So how did the snow globe feel after listening to a scary story? Interesting. Do you have your guess, prediction, or suggestion locked in your mind? All right. So how did the snow globe feel after listening to a scary story? A bit shaken up. That's right. Just like I gave you that motion, shake up that snow globe, and it looks like it's snowing. Well, it felt a bit shaken up after it heard a scary story. Look at the graphic. Oh, look at the snow globe. Ready? Here we go. Shaking it up. And there it goes. All right, so that snow globe is scared after listening to that scary story. A little shaken up there. All right, so that's McAvinnue's joke of the day. Remember to share it with family and friends to get them to smirk, to get them to smile, and better yet, to get them to laugh. The whole idea of doing these jokes is that you and I get to start our day with a smile on our face and a little giggle, and then you can share it out with somebody else later on to make their day, because you never know that they may need a joke to turn around their day, or to just give them a nice smile or a nice laugh so that they can pause their troubles or worries just for a moment. That is a good one. I like that. A little tricky. Stay tuned for the Wednesday edition. Brand new joke coming your way. All right, so good news stories that we have here. Take a look at that picture right there. Unbelievable. On Thursday, we had McAvinnue's STEM night, the first one that we ever did with our friends from Acera. And when I mean the place was packed, the place was packed. I mean, legitimately packed. There was like literally no room in the cafeteria. Take a look at the pictures there. And students had an opportunity with their parents and family to explore a variety of different STEM and circuit challenges, but more than just the circuit challenges, there were other things that students were working on as well there. Take a look at the pictures. Many of our students were there with their siblings, with their cousins, parents, aunties, but it was an amazing time nonetheless. There was so much great learning that was happening, and it was so fun, and we even had some delicious food there, which was really, really great as well. So lots of pictures there. I believe there's one more that we want to share out. There it is right there. We had a lot of our faculty there. Take a look at that picture. We had Mrs. Lewis there. Pardon me. So we had Miss Corio there. We had lots of our faculty there. Mrs. Pike was there. It was an amazing time. Mrs. Bellaros was helping out as well. So it was really, really cool. We will continue to do those type of things. Our next big event is a math night that we'll have in March. So stay tuned for that, and everybody's welcome. More details to come on that. But that was a super awesome night. Speaking of super awesome, our kindergarten students and our grade 1 students had an opportunity to see Elephant and Piggy, and the name of the play that they saw was We Are in a Play. Pardon me. And it was great. It was local in Lowell here, and it was really, really awesome. It was packed. So when our kindergarten students went, all 4 classes went at the same time, and they filled up the auditorium. When the first grade went, they went on 2 separate days. And on the day that I went, so I went on one day, which was amazing as well. I went on Friday. We were there with the Riley School. So the Riley School was there, had a few classes there, which was amazing. But the play was outstanding. It was a great message, really great performance, and our students did an amazing job. So I gave a kindergarten a shout out already. Now I have to give grade 1 a shout out. It was really, really cool. Take a look. So that's Marilise, and she is in room 203, and Miss Wagner shared that with me. So if you look, Miss Wagner has a little big board in her room. So she does something similar to our behavior challenge, but she does it in her classroom with her students. And Marilise did a nice job showing responsibility in the classroom, and she was the big winner. So congratulations. Very, very nice. We had to share that out. It's really, really appropriate. So remember, teachers, I'm doing this as the large school, but you can also do the behavior challenge in your classroom as well. Talk to Miss Wagner. She'll let you know how to do it and where the idea came from. It's really, really cool. So we do have a little bit of ST Math good news that we want to share out. So we had a lot of champions that we recognized on the Friday edition. This is our school that we want to recognize now. So we're at 468,000 total puzzles, and we're creeping closer and closer to that 50% progress. Right now we're on schedule to be finishing the year slightly below 100% progress, but you never know. We could pick up the pace here and see what happens, but we are ahead of schedule and where our friends at ST Math wants us to be. All right, so that is it for our good news stories. A lot of good news there. So let's do our celebration congratulations round of applause. All right. Stay tuned for that Wednesday edition. More good news stories coming your way. All right, so I'm just going to provide a reminder. Remember, we're doing 2 winter waddles. The first one is the ST Math winter waddle, and the goal for the ST Math winter waddle is to increase the number of students or their percentage of students meeting the goal. So we're going to provide an update this week. Remember, last week we were at 7% higher than we were the week before, so we even want to be higher for that. So we'll give you a share out. But we're also doing our own winter waddle, which I talked about, I believe, on the Friday edition. And remember, teachers, This is all stuff that was shared out with you by Mrs. Bellarosa, and I included in our administrative bulletin. So let's take a look at that. You'll have a few different ways of earning your snowballs. Today is the day, though, that you want to be able to get on that Google form and you want to be able to log in. If we go back here, the number of students hitting their puzzle goals. You only have to do one entry on the Google form, and it's self-explanatory, but that is where you want to find if your students were able to reach the puzzle goal that's assigned for their grade level. That's what you want to do. So teachers, make sure you fill out that Google form, because you will not be able to get snowballs unless you fill out the Google form. We are not going to do that for you. That's something that you can do it super, super fast. So you can take a look at last week's progress and be able to enter that today on the Google form. All right. And remember, this challenge really started all of last week, and we can start tracking our progress. You see that puzzle symbol there on the 27th, but we still have all week. We'll do it again next week where teachers can log in, and then basically it is a 3-week challenge, and we're going to announce the big classroom winner. Remember, brand new trophy this year and a very special reward for the class that earns the most snowballs. If you have any questions, reach out to Mrs. Bellarosa and I, and we'll share that out. Remember, 2 winter waddle challenges, ST Maths and McAvinue. All right, awesome. Ooh, take a look at that purple teal screen. Very, very cool. It's always fun when I find those. You know it's time to talk about McAvinnue's core values. What's the first one, everyone? That's right, it's respect. And what's the second one? Responsibility. You nailed it. And the last one is safety. Awesome. So I want you to focus on respect today. And the way I want you to show respect here is I want you to say something kind to a friend in your classroom, right? Say something kind to someone that's in your classroom today. It's the easiest thing to do. So it could be in the form of a compliment. You could also just say, hey, listen, I really liked when you did this and you helped out the classroom. That was really awesome. I liked how you were following directions. That is saying something kind. You can also provide them and say, hey, listen, I really like those sneakers today. Really, really cool. That's a kind compliment. So today's respect challenge is to say something kind to someone in your class. Double thumbs up if you think you can do that. Amazing. And remember, when we put respect, responsibility, and safety all together, that's right, we will continue to make McAvinue the best school that we all know. That's it from me. Fist bump sign out. Let's get on with our day. 1, 2, 3. So go get them today. Work hard today. Laugh today. Smile today. Remember your respect challenge that I just talked about. I want you to be kind, to say something kind to someone in your classroom today. Work really, really hard. It's a full week of school. It is extremely busy. We have lots of things that are going on. Mr. Shanahan and I have a lot of different things happening. We're going to be doing some special classroom observations with some people that work in the Lowell Public Schools. That's going to be happening tomorrow in the morning time. We have a lot of different things that are happening after school that Mr. Shanahan and I are going to be part of as well. We have lots of stuff that's going on all over the place today. It is going to be today and this week, so it's going to be extremely busy. But if busy is a good thing, busy is not a negative thing if we're prepared, all right? So remember, work really hard, take some chances, and have a blast today. And when you do that, the rest of the week is going to be awesome. You'll catch up with me and Mr. Shanahan in all the usual places, which is everywhere. Go get them, have some fun, and I'll see you soon. Take care.